a Houston school principal who stirred up a nationwide controversy over what is appropriate attire for parents at school. Critics say the policy is discriminatory and discourages parents from being involved in their kids' education.
As a black person, I'm glad to see that there's still some black people who are instilling morals and values. But there's still far too many black people in today's culture who are embracing thug culture and embracing thug fuckery. And any black person who talks about self-responsibility and dressing professionally, they're called a coon or a sellout or a bedwench, and that's exactly what they're calling this woman right here. Now, Principal Carletta Brown has instilled a dress code for parents when they come into the school. You don't want to walk into school half naked. You don't want to walk into school looking like a hood rat. And she's instilled these rules to stop a lot of this. But a lot of the hood rat parents are pissed off about this. They're boycotting the school. They want this woman to be fired. They want this woman to be fired because they say she's discriminating against black women when she's a black woman herself. There's a way you want to dress when you go to a school. I'm not going to walk up to my kid's school dressed half naked. I'm not going to walk up to my kid's school dressed like I just walked out. I just got out the bed. There's a certain way you should dress when you go to your kid's school. And it's embarrassing to see that we have to address this, but people don't get this. But they think she's being racist and discriminatory against black women. It's ridiculous. I like what this principal is doing. She's a very accomplished principal. She's gone to a lot of the bad inner city schools and she's cleaned up a lot of these schools. She's like the female version of Joe Clark from Lean On Me. Now, if you've never seen the movie Lean On Me, I advise every person to watch it. It's about a principal who goes to this ghetto school. He goes to this ghetto inner city school that's very violent, very messed up, and he cleans it up by putting in dress codes, by putting in, he forces the students to clean the school up. He gets rid of all the bad students that are cutting up. And a lot of the parents got mad at him for doing this, even though he cleaned up the school. And this is exactly what this woman is doing right here. She's trying to clean up the neighborhood. She's trying to clean up the school. And it's not about just cleaning up the kids. You have to clean up the parents. You have to improve the parents' behavior in order to improve the kids' behavior. Because it starts at home. If they're bringing if the parents are bringing their ratchet behavior to the school, that's going to rub off on the kids. And this is what people don't realize. So when I see a lot of parents cussing in front of their kids, doing drugs in front of their kids, dressing half naked in front of their kids, and then they wonder why their kids are walking around acting ratchet, acting thuggish. And any person that calls this out, they want to say, you're a coon. You're being discriminatory. You're discriminating against. It's ridiculous. All this woman is doing is trying to instill some morals and values. But in today's generation, a lot of these people don't understand what morals and values are. It's absolutely ridiculous that you actually have black women protesting a black woman principal and saying she's discriminating against them. It's ridiculous. And this is why we need fathers in the home. This single mother hood rat shit has destroyed the black community. This is why most of these kids don't have morals and values, because they don't got a father at home. They don't got a responsible man at home that's going to keep everybody in check. And this is the biggest problem in the black community. And I'm pretty sure Principal Brown would say exactly what I'm saying. This is the biggest problem. So she's doing with Joe. She's the female Joe Clark. Any principal who's doing it the Joe Clark way of doing it, I'm all for it. These kids need discipline. The parents need discipline. The black community needs discipline. So I don't have anything against this dress code whatsoever. The nonsense needs to stop. The ratchetness needs to stop. You don't show up at the school with a shirt on and some hair rollers in your head. That's ridiculous. The nonsense needs to stop. The ratchetness needs to stop. And I'm glad that a black principal finally had the guts to come out and say it.
What's banned? Hair bonnets, shower caps, hair rollers, low-cut tops, torn jeans that show too much skin, uncovered leggings, and absolutely no Daisy Dukes.
One instance, a mother came in with a see-through shirt, and you could clearly see her breast and her nipples.